So we are going to start, let's go and start in like a down dog position. Let's start there. Okay, so let's go plank to down dog. And we're going to pedal out just to kind of get the body moving. And I'm going to allow my hips to kind of move a little bit. So I'm going to do a lot of rocking and swaying and moving here. Okay, I'm going to press down, I'm going to come forward. I'm just using my body to pull into different positions. So I'm not throwing myself around. I'm pulling myself this way and that way. Okay. We're going to bring the knees down. We're going to come to all fours position. And then we're going to walk around. Or crawl around, I should say. And this is one of those moves that you see kids do a lot. But as adults, we lose the ability to do this. If it's hurting in your wrist, you may have to work on some range of motion in your wrist joint. We also lose that as we get older. We want to try to keep the bottom down so my knees are hovering over the floor. Yeah, and I'm just kind of moving around. You may have to take a break because of the wrist, that's probably the first thing. Or you may have to take a break because you're starting to really burn the legs, right? So we're going to go sideways. Then we're going to even it out and go the other way. Keeping my abdominals pulled in, so wrapping the rib cage around my body. That's firing up my core. Getting it ready, let's go backwards. Whew. Getting warm already. Okay. And then we already went forwards. So we'll go ahead and come down, give a break there. So let's go back, let's go down to a, not a yogi, so I always forget the names of these things, but we're going to stretch our hands out in front. Like, oh, no, child's pose, I think this one is. And press down. We're going to rock side to side again. Side to side motion. Alright, and then let's come back to our plank position. And bring one leg up. Kind of pushing things around. And put it back. The leg. Pushing things around. Checking out the hips. Doing a little rotation. And back. Over here. And then we're going to bring the other one up. And then we're going to go back. And bring it back up again. So all these things, all these movements. And then go the other side. Left leg. Crack, crack. You guys getting any cracks? I'm getting cracks in my hips, cracks in my knees. Crack in my lower back. One more. And then go back down, all the way to the ground. We're going to press up and then back down. So the hands here, we're going to put right next to the chest. And we're just going to press up, keep those hips on the ground. So we're gaining mobility through movement. That is the idea today. And then push those hips back. Let's go back to that child pose position. Give the body a second, rocking side to side. Go ahead and look under that armpit, and under the other one. All right, now we're going to turn it around. So this is a big one that we used to do in CrossFit classes when I used to be coaching. And more often than not, people would have a hard time with it. A lot of people with the wrists, again, it just talks about wrist mobility. Wrist mobility, we lose it if we don't use it. A lot of stuff comes from this lower arm here, right by the elbow. Give yours a feel. Feel how tight that is. We use our fingers all the time. Feel how that affects those muscles there. That here will hinder the way that the wrist moves. Also from the shoulder, right? The shoulder's not moving so well. You don't have good range of motion. That will trickle down and affect the way the bottom of this hand moves as well. So we're going to go ahead and come into more of a crab pose, I believe this is called. And we're just going to push up and then down. We go in and out of it. Try to keep those knees straight forward, so we don't want to do one of those as we come up. We're going to support our body in this upright position. Push through the floor with your feet. And squeeze your butt. You can play with your hand position. You can go this way if you'd like. I think that's harder, but you know what? Opens up the wrists a little bit, works the forearms. And I'm going to turn them around. I'm going to come up, and we're going to go for a walk. So working on some strength well as some mobility. And I think we'll go backwards. Definitely a little bit of strength coming in here. If you're having a hard time staying up in those arms, I can feel it in my triceps already. And then let's go this way. Let's turn it around and let's go sideways. You guys can look at the back of my head for a second. Whew. Okay, and going back the other way. Okay, turn it over. Let's go ahead and stretch it out again. Let's keep the butt up. Let's keep the hips up in the air a little bit. Get a bigger stretch here. Right hand across on top of your left. Drop it down. Opposite side, left hand on top of the right. Drop it down. Okay. We're coming up on our last ones here. So this one here, it's not really a playing type of thing, but rotation is super important in our body, right? So we gotta be able to rotate, not only from the hips, but from the upper body as well. So let's go ahead and just sit on our feet. And actually, that's a whole nother one there. If you guys are following me on Facebook and are seeing my post regarding the ankles and the feet, can you tuck your feet flat and sit on them, or does that hurt ankles? Can you tuck your toes under and also sit on them? Okay, actually we'll start here, I think. So when we're doing this little rotation, we'll start there. Okay, so I'm working the fascia, I tuck my toes under right here. I'm working the fascia under my toes, or under my feet, and doing a little rotation at the same time. So I am engaged through the core, so we don't want to fling ourselves. I'm pulling my arms and twisting the torso at the same time. So I'm not just flinging everything around. It's nice and active in the body, pulling myself from side to side. It's controlled. Okay, I'm going to untuck those toes. So I'm going to add to that. So we're going to do a little side bending. And I'm going to put my fingers right here. So find your lower back, find the bones right here where the sacrum comes in. Just above that, there's a soft spot. Willing to bend, if you push on that area kind of this way, down towards the corner of the spine and then where the sacrum comes in the low back, it's probably a little tender. So we're going to hold those spots. Let's go up on our knees. Hold those spots. We're just going to do a gentle little side bend. So still a little engaged through here, so that way I'm not doing one of those, okay? I'm going to try to make it come from that low back. Remember, it's all gentle here. Holding those areas. Okay, and then holding the areas, and then I'm twisting a little bit. Again, pulling myself into that rotation versus swinging. Still got my fingers back there pressing. I can actually feel those muscles starting to let go. Okay, and then we're going to let go of that, and last we're just going to reach out in front, or kind of to an angle in front of us, so not truly in front. So again, holding those hips down so the hips aren't rocking all over the place, and allowing that torso to reach. You can get bigger with this reach as you go. Things warm up and let go. Reach. Couple more. Nice. Okay, and finishing it off, let's just do a couple cat-cows just because. Press it up, rock it around, and push it back down. Just a couple here. And one more. Reach, and press up. Whew, I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely warmed up. Good thing, because I have a workout coming up next. So anyways, thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you had a little fun with our play mobility session today.